We're in the Blind Beggar in Whitechapel. It's an area I know quite well because I used to work on the market many years ago. And it's an area I've gone back to the 60s and set my latest book, which is the start of another trilogy. I really hope and I think it will be as popular as the last trilogy because I've got a feeling the Butlers are probably the best family I've ever created. You've got two strong women at the helm. You've got Queenie and Vivian. They're two sisters that have had a tough life in the past. They was brought up in a family where their dad was quite abusive to their mum. Therefore, they've had to be strong to get where they have in life. And they've always wanted to be the best, and that's what they want for their children. Queenie's married to Albie at the start of the book, not happily. And Vivian has already been separated from her husband, Bill. Vivian has one son, she's got Lenny. He's a boy that was born, he was starved of oxygen at birth, so he's been born with a few difficulties. But it's Queenie's family that are probably the main part of the book. She's got three sons, three villainous sons, which she's encouraged to turn out that way because she wanted them to have a better life than she did. Vinny's the eldest, and he's probably the leader of the gang. Then you've got Roy, the middle boy, and young Michael at the start of the book, he's a mod. That was the culture back in the 60s, and even though his brothers disapproved of it, that's what he was. And then she's got a young daughter called Brenda. They're a good family, they're a strong family. They like to keep themselves to themselves. Queenie and Vivian like to have the cleanest houses, and they like to look the best, be the poshest, and have more money. And it's the boys that help to support them. That's why they've moulded them into the way that they have. They want to be the best in the East End, and that's what they're all about. The Blind Beggar is a massive part of the Butler's life, really. Albie, this is his local sort of pub. This is where he sits every day, reading his sporting life, drinking and telling his little stories. But the two major things that happen in this pub, one, he tells a lie. He tells it before he comes in here, but then he actually tells it to people in here, which makes it even worse. And then that way he just can't get out of it. And this is also the pub at this very table, I would say, that his son walks in one night. Vinny doesn't normally drink in here, but he comes in here for one reason only, and that is to blackmail his father. And that blackmail that he doesn't want to go through with, Albie, but he hasn't got no choice. He's dug himself into a hole so deep that he just literally has to go through with this. And he walks away from here a despondent man, because what he's got to do is one of the most awful things that a father could do to one of their children. But he has to go through with it, and the consequences are deadly.